People on the internet love to have an aesthetic. In any given year, there's always a new personality type to chase. The minimalist, the finance bro, the dating expert. But in the past couple of years, a new, special breed of archetype has been born. The TikTok health bro. At first glance, these influencers are just promoting fitness, discipline, and clean eating. But if you've spent any time on TikTok, you know that this movement is more than just a diet. It's a whole identity. And, as always, when a trend gets big enough, it stops being about the message and starts being about the money. Because somewhere along the way, the health bro turned into something else entirely. What started as steak, eggs, and gym motivation evolved into fake doctors, sponsored reviews, and soulless TikTok shop ads disguised as health advice. So today, we're answering the big questions. Where did this trend start? Who's really making money off of it? And how did a movement about health and self-discipline turn into a corporate TikTok shop scheme? At first, the health bro influencer wasn't even about selling products. It was just about discipline. The late 2010s were the golden age of self-improvement content. Guys like David Goggins and Jocko Willenick were pushing mental toughness, waking up early, and rejecting comfort. The message was simple. You're soft, you need to get your life together, stop making excuses. It wasn't about products, it was about a mindset. Wake up, suffer, and become better. And then, Liver King showed up. Brian Johnson, better known as Liver King, skyrocketed to fame in 2021 by promoting an ancestral lifestyle centered around eating raw organs, intense workouts, and rejecting modern comforts. He built a massive following by preaching the idea that modern men had become weak and the key to strength and vitality was to live like our primal ancestors, which, according to him, meant consuming raw liver daily. Liver King didn't just preach discipline, he marketed it. He wasn't selling a mindset, he was selling a lifestyle that looked like this. Eat raw organs, take cold showers, reject comfort, and most importantly, buy my supplements. The internet bought into this. He built a multi-million-dollar empire selling beef organ pills and ancestral protein. Millions looked at Liver King as a role model and the embodiment of peak human discipline. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. In late 2022, the illusions shattered. Leaked emails revealed that Liver King had been secretly spending over $11,000 a month on steroids, despite swearing he was all natural. Overnight, the man who claimed raw liver and discipline were the keys to peak masculinity was exposed as just another performance-enhanced fraud, proving that his entire brand was built on a lie. But at this point, it was too late. The damage had already been done. The health bro aesthetic was already solidified. Even after Liver King got exposed, the health bro movement didn't die. Instead, it evolved. Now, instead of just one guy pushing raw liver, we had a whole army of influencers promoting the same hyper-masculine wellness aesthetic. Steak, eggs, blueberries, and raw honey on a cutting board, cold plunges, sunlight therapy, biohacking, and the idea that seed oils are the absolute enemy. At this point, it was still mostly about a lifestyle. But this is the point that brands realized what was happening. And suddenly, this wasn't about health anymore, it was about marketing. This is where everything changes. The first wave of health bros were just gym guys who really loved steak. But the internet moves fast. And when a trend gets big enough, it stops belonging to the people that started it. This is the transition where we see self-improvement content shift from inspiring people to be better to wanting to sell you something. Self-proclaimed experts in Amazon-bought lab coats and scrubs saw the health bro movement as the perfect sales funnel. It started off simple, a course here, a workout plan there, but then came the TikTok shop gold rush. Suddenly, every health expert on the platform was hawking overpriced supplements, testosterone boosters, and gummies that do absolutely nothing. The real money wasn't in fitness, it was in manufacturing insecurity and then selling the solution. And so, the modern health guru was born, a walking sales pitch. Their entire business model became pushing soulless TikTok shop ads disguised as health advice. Each one just another cog in the affiliate marketing machine. What started off as a movement about steak and self-discipline had now fully transformed into a corporate cash grab, with companies slapping a science-backed label on any gimmick they could mass produce and sell to the highest bidder. In this video, I'm going to focus on the 3 brands I've seen the most during my research of the TikTok shop: Gymbait vitamins, BeastBites creatine gummies, and NeuroGum. Are these products complete scams? Not exactly. They do have the ingredients that they claim, and they aren't going to destroy your health. But that's not why they're everywhere. They're everywhere because they've been perfectly engineered for TikTok virality. Pushed by influencers who have absolutely no shame in turning their platform into a constant stream of sales pitches. These aren't just products, they're marketing machines.
Did you know if you're gaining weight, especially around the midsection, you're always tired and you can't fall asleep, and when you do fall asleep, you can't stay asleep, which is the most important part? If you're craving sweets and it's very hard for you to stick with a diet, and maybe you've been getting emotional over the smallest of things recently, all those symptoms may be linked to poor gut health. And I have found that taking apple cider vinegar has helped me fix those problems.
I got creatine gummies. I am so excited to try Beast Bites. Wow. Oh. They're so good.
When it's time to work out and it's time to wake up, NeuroGum. But NeuroGum's not a pre-workout. Well, it's got caffeine in it. And it's gonna wake me up. Oh yeah. Man, I'm about to go gear 5th on this. I'm about to go even further beyond on this. I'm about to go beyond plus ultra on this. It says energy and focus, but I am getting jacked on this. This is awesome. Well, time to go work out. NeuroGum. Woo!
Bro, I've tried this NeuroGum for like a day. Energy focus. Bro, it kind of works, sort of. I don't know yet. I'm on like my 3rd piece. Haven't really crashed yet.
Just got on TikTok shop, so they're having a massive sale right now.
Don't wait up. Click that orange button in the bottom left of your screen and get your Beast Bites today.
And they're on a crazy Black Friday sale right now for only $23. So click below and get yours now.
They thrive on pretend honest reviews, influencers dressing up as doctors, and creators who once had actual credibility selling out for a TikTok shop commission. The issue isn't just that these products exist. It's that entire accounts are built around pushing them disguised as health advice. Gymbait quickly became a titan in the healthy gummy industry, making apple cider and ashwagandha gummies seem like a revolutionary health hack. But despite their popularity, apple cider vinegar and ashwagandha gummies have little meaningful impact on your health. Apple cider vinegar won't magically burn away all of your fat, and the amount of ashwagandha in most gummies is too low to provide real stress relief benefits. Gymbait's genius isn't the product, it's in the marketing. Thousands of TikTok influencers pretending to review the product with an affiliate link in the caption. BeastBites creatine gummies were marketed as a convenient alternative to the traditional creatine powder, promising all the muscle-building benefits in an easy-to-take gummy. But when a third-party lab tested them, they found that the gummies contained little to no actual creatine, forcing the company to quietly re-release the product after getting exposed. Now with actual creatine in them, BeastBites is still hard at work pumping out more affiliate marketing than ever. NeuroGum is marketed as a brain-boosting, focus-enhancing supplement, but in reality, it's just caffeine and B vitamins, ingredients you can easily get from any energy drink or coffee, making it just another overhyped product trying to capitalize on the quick fix mindset, further blurring the line between genuine recommendations and paid endorsements that are disguised as health advice. At the core of all of this is one thing, a concept that I'm going to call Gymbait. Gymbait is when a young, impressionable kid is scrolling TikTok and suddenly sees a ripped dude staring at him saying, "You're weak, but I can fix you." But here's the catch. It's not just about improving yourself. You're either all in or completely out. Either you cut seed oils, wake up at 4 a.m., eat nothing but steak and raw honey, or you're a lost cause. There is no in between. Gymbait works because it plays directly into the insecurity that so many young people feel about their bodies. It taps into FOMO and the fear of being left behind, pushing the idea that you're either achieving greatness or you're wasting your life, and the only solution is to buy into their products and lifestyle. And that's why this marketing grift works so well. It turns basic fitness advice into an exclusive club, and you need to buy in. So, what's the verdict? Again, working out is great. Eating healthy is great. The health bro movement itself started with good intentions. But when influencers package common sense as a product, that's when it stops being about health and starts being about selling a dream. These influencers don't just preach fitness. They sell the idea that you need their products, their course, or their exact lifestyle to truly succeed. And while some of the supplements that they promote may have a tiny benefit, it's not enough to justify the overhyped marketing or the constant sales pitches. At the end of the day, you don't need $300 courses, expensive supplements, or extreme regimens to be healthy. You just need consistency, the right mindset, and the ability to take it one step at a time. So the next time you see someone on TikTok holding up a product like it's the key to your success, remember, there's a fine line between motivation and manipulation. Ask yourself, is this really about health, or is this just another well-packaged sales funnel designed to make you feel like you're missing out on the secret to greatness? Because the real truth is, the best way to get healthy is simple, and you don't need to buy into a gimmick to make it happen.